Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Fitchburg Senior Center, it's Jill McHone. Jill, how you doing?
Good. Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for taking the time out today, as you do
Always.
each month.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot happening at the Senior Center. Looking back at the month of June, just to get a synopsis of where things are with people coming in and joining in on the fun. Are you meeting expectations? Are you exceeding expectations, or are you falling or lower than expectations? Where are we at?
Well, I like to keep my expectations low so that I always can meet them. And certainly we are exceeding them because I thought that I thought people would be a little more hesitant to come in, but that has not been the case at all. And I feel like programs are kind of right back to where they were, the majority of them.
Sure.
Certainly it'll take a little while, but the exercise programs are going great. Tai Chi, our craft, our knitters, our quilters are back in action. We'll have 4 or 5 people playing cards, not 4 or 5 tables of people playing cards this afternoon. Support groups are back. Book club came back. They do take a break in the summer, but yeah, and meals. I think 15, we probably have 15 here today. So yeah, it's great. It feels really good.
That's good to hear.
It is.
I think it says a lot about your department, though, that you're the department that only knows that are open with open arms and big hugs. So
I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Fauci would have been real comfortable with us like throwing our doors open like this. There was some hesitancy, but I'm a big believer in personal choice too, and where people's comfort levels, while still taking the precautions that we need to, but giving folks that opportunity. If they feel comfortable coming back, then we're happy to have them. So.
Well, and you think of the last year of how much the older population was picked on for this, and not in a bad way, but to, most vulnerable, but stay home and not, and that's
right.
just hard. It just doesn't go well with what the Fitchburg Senior Center is all about.
Right.
And,
it's the opposite. Yeah.
And the aging, you don't want to slow down. You want to pick up and have some fun.
Exactly.
And speaking of fun and some of the programs you had talked about, I thought today we'd focus on a few of those to see where they're at, how they're doing as you do pick things up. So functional fitness is definitely back.
Definitely back Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11. We have so many people coming that need bus transportation that we might look at pushing it back to 11:15 so everybody can get here. So that's going really well. Aerobics is back on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 different classes. Even our outdoor boot camp, we don't have a ton, but we got a picture that all the participants showed up today in the rain. They went in the shelter because they meet at McKee. So, it really does show people are committed to getting out of the house.
I think so. And I think you feel a little bit safer overall, too. I think we've had so much time to reflect on how to be safe and take precautions,
right.
And I think that's what's making it happen here. And we still got to be cautious as we work through this. Indoor pickleball, every time I'm here, I hear them playing because I'm always walking down there, and that's full force.
Full force. And, everything, you go to our website because we are moving towards a lot of pre-registration. So, go to the city website and click on Senior Center, and then you'll see where you can register for programs, particularly pickleball. It's a lot better now. So people can, they pick a time slot, then they don't have to come and wait for a turn to play or cycle in, that you kind of know when your slot to play is. So that's working out really well.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So you do it, because before pre-pandemic, it was tough to get in there anyways to play, let alone coming back now. Some other exercise ones, you got the indoor walking. We still have that great giant space for people who aren't familiar with it. So
we had a few people call. Just it's so casual. Just it's upstairs. Just come on in the afternoons. I think Dave posted the days where that room is available, so that's going well. Drop into our Tai Chi is going really, really well too. That's always a really popular program. So it feels really, really normal here.
How about the caregiver support group back in person? But what's that one all about?
So, we have 2 volunteers that have been facilitating this group for years, Jean Moran and Debbie Trexel, who are just fabulous, and they were caregivers. So when you have a facilitator that lived the experience that they're supporting, it makes a world of difference, and they do an excellent job. And oftentimes people are like, oh, it's only if you're caring for a loved one with dementia. Well, you can, it kind of focuses on that, but people need support in general. I'm a caregiver myself, and I keep thinking, like, how can I start a caregiver for, younger people at a bar? Because that needs to take the edge off. It's a very emotionally and mentally exhausting thing to be a caregiver. And I don't even live with my parents. So I really have a ton more empathy for caregivers. Not you don't know what they're walking, what they experience until you start to do it yourself. So yeah. So anyway,
It's
you need a little support. Come on over. Debbie and Jean do a great job.
Yeah, it is amazing what caregivers, no matter how much and or what they're doing, it's a lot, and it's mentally a lot, especially with your parents,
Yeah.
your loved ones in general. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a hard.
24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
hard to see people you love get older and
Yeah.
slow down a little bit in some ways, and
Yeah.
but to be there, I think, is awesome. So I'm glad that group's there, and glad the
Yeah.
volunteers continue to lead that effort. Speaking of efforts, how about I never got to ask you about the Dane County Aging Survey. A chance for input here
Yeah.
on getting input into that. What's that all about?
So I think that's, it's part of their aging plan that they have to put together. And, Dane County, we're very connected to Dane County because we get the funding for nutrition and case management. Our transportation is funded through Dane County. It's its own contract. Benefit specialists are funded through Dane County. Elder abuse, a lot of things funnel through Dane County that are supportive services for older adults. So anyway, it's really important to be a part of that plan, to put your thoughts and ideas about as people age, what services are important to them that they feel that the county can help provide. So it's in our newsletter. It's an online survey through SurveyMonkey, and the more people that fill it out, the better off. Like any survey, your thoughts, your ideas, it does make a difference, and it guides that plan. So I would encourage people to go online and fill that out.
Yeah, that's a good one to do, and have a voice in
Right.
part of that planning. So
Right.
that's always a plus, certainly. All right,
Yep.
final two pieces
Yep.
here.
Yep.
The Hy-Vee new
Oh yeah.
partnership, My Meal My Way program. So excited for this to get kicked off.
Next Wednesday. Do you want to come and film?
I want to always come out and
Yeah.
film and do some.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there on site? I'll buy you lunch.
I was going to say I'm almost over 60, but I'm not quite. But anyway, yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I'll be there. In fact, we're going over there after this interview to get the rundown. But it does start next Wednesday, July 7th, and it's available 10 to 1. Anyone over 60 that comes in and says, I'm here for the meal, my way, they'll get a limited menu, and they can order off that menu and make a donation just like they would for the congregate meal. And it's open to anybody. If you are over 60 or under 60, though, you'll get the regular Hy-Vee menu and then pay that price. We can provide transportation to Hy-Vee, so just call us, but you have to live in Fitchburg to get the transportation. But otherwise, if you just want to get over to Hy-Vee by your own, we don't need to know. We'll see you when you're there.
Oh, that's easy as it gets. And then there's no meals Wednesdays at the senior center, right? So we
No
want to
meals,
emphasize that.
Yes, no meals and no transportation. So now we're juggling some folks that came for lunch and exercise. They still want to come to exercise and skip lunch because they really are focused on exercise. And so now we're trying to figure out how do we get people here that use that bus to get over here. So anyway, yeah, but hopefully it goes well, and we'll work out the kinks, growing pains.
Absolutely. Well, if people want to learn more, Jill, where can they find more information on everything happening at the senior center?
They can always watch your wonderful channel. They can go to the city website and go to the senior center, and the newsletter's in there. There's all kind of information about the Hy-Vee and everything else we talked about. So,
man, off and running. It's just like nothing ever happened.
Didn't I just start this program saying, I don't really know if we have a lot going on to talk about today? Now you can't get me to stop.
Right? Well, that's how it goes. I mean, there are so many wonderful things happening down there. So when you're comfortable, come on in and say hi to everybody down there. And Jill, thank you for taking the time. We look forward to checking back in with you next month.
Thank you.
You bet. Jill McHone, director of the Senior Center you got to get down. If you haven't been down there, first time watching, whatever, you got to get down there and see everything that's going on. It's amazing. It changed my whole view about growing older after coming
There we
here
go.
and
That's great.
working. Just because you don't really think about it, and it's amazing to see what we have here in Fitchburg. We'll take a quick break, wrap up this interview, and check in on some other things next. We're here on Talking Fitchburg.